In today's video, we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which is going to premiere later this year in December, exclusively on Netflix, although it is expected to have a limited run at the theatre/cinemas. So, what is freaking good, YouTube voice you here? If you are new around, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the DC, Marvel, pop culture, monsterverse, kaiju-based content that we cover on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. Are you one of these people that are anticipated Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which has been donned for good reason as his variation of Star Wars, although I believe it has potential to be way bigger if it's executed the way I believe it will be. So if you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. Also, if you could, check us out on Instagram to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice at VoiceStew. And also check us out on twitter.com, aka x.com, VoiceStewG. So, we are finally getting the official verified trailer exclusively this coming Tuesday at Gamescom, which takes place in Germany. So, Tuesday, August the 22nd. Ironically debuting a movie that's going to be on Netflix at Gamescom has got people speculating that potentially they're going to be talking about the alleged rumored video game for Rebel Moon as well. It's interesting that this is debuting at Gamescom and not a traditional movie presentation. So Gamescom tweeted out, Zack Snyder will be there in person at Gamescom, opening live night for the world premiere of Rebel Moon teaser, trailer, plus a special announcement. So the fact it says opening live night implies it will be at nighttime. And speculation's running wild because it says plus a special announcement. What could it be? Could they announce there's part 2 and part 3 that's being rumored? Could it confirm the cinema run? We don't know. What's fascinating about this movie and this new franchise that Zack Snyder has created is no one really knows anything about it, because although there is a lot of images, the casting announcements are out there, there isn't really much that is known about Rebel Moon at the moment. But this will change once the first trailer comes out. And you know, Zack does stuff in a certain way to get the attention it should yield. Zack Snyder's ambitious scale for Rebel Moon, saying it's a massive movie. I would sometimes drive onto set and I would look out in the distance and think, like, could that possibly be part of our show? And it was always, it's the biggest thing I've ever done. And it's really cool. And that's fascinating because Zack's obviously done 300. He's done the Zack Snyder's Justice League. He's done Man of Steel. He's done BVS. He's done the other Netflix show, stroke movies, Planet of the Dead. But little to nothing is really known about what is this. There isn't really much information out there except for minor plot details. With the Rebel Moon story taking place in a distant galaxy, this could indicate that 2 world title reveals quite a bit about the film's story, Rebel Moon. So let's break down what the information out there says, although it's very limited. Balisari positioned as a tyrannical region intend on conquering what seems to be a peaceful colony. This could lead Cora and the warriors she recruits to her cause to set up the base plot and their strategy against the forces of the Balisarius. So, in a little bit more detail, the world occupied by Cora and her allies could represent the final stronghold in the galaxy against the war waged by the Balisarius from planet to planet. In any case, an intergalactic scale of Rebel Moon is sure to be an extreme vast one. Snyder puts it best himself, explaining they land in a village to say, listen, you guys will be our local food source while we're tromping around this part of the galaxy. So how long till the harvest comes in? The villagers are pretty much stunned by the brutality, but they don't realize what level the mother world is ready to go to. That's a quote from a Vanity Fair article. So if you've heard anything or seen anything about Rebel Moon, it almost gets compared to Star Wars because originally Zack Snyder did actually pitch this idea to Disney, etc. And that was the initial pitch, but obviously that did not work. This won't be Star Wars. It's Zack's version of whatever Zack wants to make within this universe, but it will be compared massively to Star Wars. So there is some concept art that's been out there for such a long time. So Snyder revealed some concept art showing what appears to be a squadron of soldiers patrolling on some kind of an alien world. While it doesn't offer a great deal of context, the Rebel Moon concept art does show a surprising amount of how Zack has tweaked the film from its Star Wars beginnings, because it was kind of a Star Wars story. I don't know the full story, but it's obviously been modified. The misty, burnt-out world, the tall stones with the inscriptions indicate the extent to which Rebel Moon will be showing different worlds in the galaxy of its story, with soldiers at the center of the image says a lot. I'll overlay the image right now, and it's fair to say they kind of look like stormtroopers, but obviously won't be. Rebel Moon has been made as a Star Wars movie. This is evident by the soldiers carrying rifle and swords, along with at least one bearing cape, as well as soldiers having skull-like faces with red luminous lightning on the inside. The design seen in Snyder's concept art looks more menacing and distinctly alien-like, essentially putting a bit of a Paramount spin on the classic Stormtrooper look, which seems quite fitting on the approach as Rebel Moon. So as we know, the trailer is coming this coming Tuesday, and then we're actually going to know what the freaking hell Rebel Moon is about. As I said, there's a lot of concept art out there. There's a lot of information about who's being cast in the movie and the premise of the movie, but there realistically isn't much. And we know it comes out later this year. So from this coming Tuesday, I presume there will be a huge push in some kind of way, because they're dropping a trailer at Gamescom with a special announcement. Rebel Moon Part 2 has essentially already been confirmed, and apparently Rebel Moon 2 was filmed back to back, according to an interview that says this. Rebel Moon 2 principal photography on Rebel Moon was actually shot back to back, with Rebel Moon 2 already complete as part of the production, with the opening of Rebel Moon already producing 2 movies right out the gate. It clearly shows that Rebel Moon might be Netflix's biggest movie in 2023. It also suggests that Zack Snyder, well known for long running times of his movie, Zack Snyder Justice League, 4 hours, could have been longer easily, may have made the longest film to date with Rebel Moon. It's also interesting to note that Snyder will have an R-rated extended version as well, according to an article on /films.com. There's going to be 2 films. I think we're mixing that from June to February. This is an old interview, but it's relevant because we're talking about Rebel Moon. And there's also going to be an extended RA version of the 2 films. So we're going to be mixing 4 different features. So this is not just a movie. This is a franchise. It's potentially basically already had unofficially confirmed. There will be a video game as well, and lots of other spin-off stuff coming off the back of Rebel Moon. So like always, guys, this is a short informative video to let you know about the huge announcements for Rebel Moon, which the trailer comes out this coming Tuesday. It's gonna be freaking awesome. So like always, I will be covering Rebel Moon up to the release of the movie, and then obviously breaking it down in the Warshoe styles we do. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram. Yeah, wish you. Check us out on Twitter, WashUG, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.